Hi, this is third lesson with basic concepts. Here we will learn what are the basic concepts associated with the Ionic applications. So let me go to the Ionic website. This is the Ionic framework website and this is the docs. This is our first place for understanding the Ionic application. We already gone through the installation guide and UI components. Ionic provide us different ways to create our application. The basic flow is we first create an application, add UI components to it, then add some native functionalities, then theme our application, then build our application using Capacitor or Cordova, and then we deploy our application to different stores or as a website or a desktop application. So Ionic have very simple and easy development lifecycle. So let's explore a bit how it works. So let me go through the project structure of the Ionic that we just created in previous videos. This is the basic project structure of the Ionic application. It is consist of package.json, which contains all the information about our dependencies and packages that has been used. It's basically an Angular based application, so we can see the Angular related packages here. All the source code related to our application is sitting inside our source folder. It contains pages, components, and other stuff that is used in our application. So let's see what is app component. App component is basically the first component or the root component for our application. Each component is consist of the HTML file, CSS file or SCSS file, and the TS file. Also a module file. App module is something where we provide all the information about the dependencies and imports. It is consist of an index.html page. This page actually load our root component. It is consist of main.js, which is basically where our bootstrapping start. Okay, let's go to the pages. These are few pre-created pages from our last template. We add HTML in HTML template file. We provide the styling inside the SCSS file. We use TS file to add some code and features or functionalities to our application. Once we build our application, these all files are converted into the JavaScript and HTML files. Now let's see how our application is packaged and sent to the mobile application. So we already have gone through the UI components. So this provides us the different controls and stuff that is visually appeared on our application. Ionic CLI is a tool that is used to manage the Ionic application lifecycles and its development. Native API basically provide us the facility to interact with the hardware components of our application. We can perform a lot of functions using our JavaScript code with the mobile interactions. It provides us a gateway to the mobile to do some native features like opening camera, saving a file, sending some data, receiving data, using recorder, voice recording, video playing, and lots of rich stuff. There are two platforms that provide us these features. One is Capacitor, which is owned by Ionic. Another is Cordova. So these two platforms actually provide us the facility to package our application as a APK or iOS application. Let's see what is Capacitor and Cordova. So Capacitor is owned by Ionic, and Cordova is an open source technology that helps us to distribute our application as a mobile app. What Capacitor and Cordova basically do is they package a browser environment inside an APK or an iOS application, which acts like or mimic the native UI components. It have the feature or ability to use the resources of the mobile or other devices. So, how can we convert our build Ionic application and distribute it to different stores? To generate a release build, we need to run this command Ionic Cordova platform add iOS, and then Ionic Cordova build iOS production. Then we require a basic certificates signing in Xcode. It will actually provide an Xcode application to be deployed over the stores. Similarly, we can go for Android. For Android Play Store deployment, we can generate the build the same way. Use this command to create a production release. Then we can open that application inside the Android Studio and sign them and upload it to the stores. Deploying a progressive web app is very easy. We can use any of the platform. You can always come here and use this guide to deploy a PWA. We can also convert our Ionic application into a desktop app using Electron. Electron is an open source technology which helps us to create desktop application. It's for Windows and Mac OS. So this is the basics of Ionic application. This is how we can create the very beautiful UI with CSS, HTML and JavaScript, and package our application into a APK or whatever platform we are building for, and then upload it to respective store.